Hello everyone, WerewolfLydia here and welcome back to a new Fleamarket Haul/Sweden haul video on my channel. This is actually the second part of episode 61 in which I will show you guys the figurines and the small stuff that I got at these past flea market toy hunts and of course the Sweden haul. I talked a little bit more about this, how this came to be in the first part of this video, so if you haven't seen it yet you can go ahead and check that out. Now let's get into this, and first off, before I actually start to show you guys the larger stuff or the stuff that I want to talk about, as usual I'm going to show you guys some pictures and you will be able to see those on the screen now. Just the usual, the smaller stuff that I don't want to bore you guys with. I have found some like Skylanders figurines, which are really nice. Some smaller like Little Pet Shop, and I don't know what else is in there. You will be able to see. I think there are just like a whole bunch of trashies and Shopkins and yeah, just random awesome stuff. Oh, I do remember that there are quite a few of the Minecraft figurines in there as well. I'm really happy with those. I really like the I used to really like the game, and I wasn't like a huge player of the game, but I did enjoy playing it. And now back to the video. So the larger stuff, or the stuff that's more interesting, I guess. I'm going to start off with the TMNT or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figurines, because those are just one of my all-time favorites. First off is actually not a figurine, it's actually a ball, which is funny because I don't really like collect stuff like this. But when it comes to TMNT, it's just something that I just had to grab, because I already do have another TMNT ball. That's the pictures on it, it's from the 2012 version of TMNT. Now this one is from the 2003 version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my favorite version of them. Really nice pictures on both sides. It's a pretty small doll. I had to blow some air into it to make it more presentable, but otherwise I just think it's real cute, and it's a little bit smaller than my other ball, TMNT ball, but I still really like it. It's just a fun collectible thing. By the way, really interesting, this was, even though this is like the 2000 version of the Turtles, this was released in 2009, way over the years when this series came out, and way over the time when it actually ended as well. So interesting. I guess just wanted to really say TMNT ball, and they just needed some kind of pictures to put on it, and they decided on this version because the 2012 version wasn't really like around till like 3 years later. So interesting. But yeah, that's the little ball. Now the figurines. So I have found, I think this one is actually from Sweden. This is one of from the vintage TMNT figurines. This is from the movies actually. It's Toka, a really interesting figurine in my version. It kind of reminds me of a Slash, although I do know that it's a completely different like character, but it's kind of reminds me of him, especially with the spiky back. But yeah, the figure has seen better days. I think he was supposed to have like these spikes on both of his like shoulders as well, but those are missing. The face is a little bit, the paint has chipped off, so yeah, not in the best condition, but I'm still pretty happy with him because I didn't have him in my collection yet. some stuff from the 2003, the one that I just mentioned with the ball series. I have finally found Master Splinter from this series because I was missing him. Although he has seen better days, he is obviously missing his clothes, his kimono, his I'm not sure what's it called. I think it's a kimono, but I may be wrong. So I do have to replace that, and unfortunately he's missing his tail. I'm not sure I will be able to replace that, but I will try, I guess. Maybe I will be able to find another Master Splinter eventually and get that one, I don't know. But I'm still really happy that I have him finally in my collection, because from all of the other versions, like the vintage version or the 2012 version, or you know, even the movies, I do have Splinter. I was just missing it from this version, so I'm happy to have him. And there are two from this 2003 series, two minifigures or small figurines. One of them is this Michelangelo. He's dressed up kind of funny looking. And there is also another Mikey. This one is from the actual mini version of these turtles. I'm only missing now Raphael. Yes, Raphael from this mini collection. Now some figures from the 2012 collection. I finally have Leonardo from this. Not sure what's the series called. I just call them Spy Turtles because they just look like they're full gear and ready to go. I don't know, do a heist or something. And he also has his like night vision or whatever kind of glasses he has. I really love these, and I do have all of the other turtles, so that's why from this collection, that's why I say that finally I have Leo too. So now my Spy Turtles collection is complete. Also from this 2012 series, I have this awesome motorcycle over here, which is was kind of a surprise to me. I don't know the actual like name of it, but I do know originally this was supposed to come with a figurine. I don't have the figurine in my collection yet. Hopefully, maybe in the future I will be able to find the figurine that goes with it. It's, by the way, Leo's bike. But what's really cool about this, and I only found this out when I arrived home from the flea market and I took a better look at it, that this actually turns into a flying motorcycle or hovering motorcycle. I'm not sure what to call it. It has like an official name, but I don't know. So you can open up the front wheel, and opens up and goes to the sides, and the back part is, again, you can pull this out and it opens up, and that way he can actually like fly with this one, which is, I think it's such a cool idea, and it's so interesting. I think it has magnets in it. Yes, it does have magnets in it, and that's how it stays together when it's closed. But I think it's just so interesting and cool, and it was a really nice surprise to me because I didn't know it did this. So yeah, cool little vehicle. And also from the 2012 series, I found, or actually these are from Sweden, I have my first jumbo sized turtles. Here is Leo. As you can see, he is pretty huge. By the way, I'm not really happy. I mean, I'm not happy. I'm not a big fan of how their faces look in these versions, but you know, still. And here's also Danny. So 2 out of 4. And Leo did come with his katanas. I have both of them. Although Donatello came with Mikey's nunchucks, and only one from the pair, so a bit interesting, but I don't know. I guess if I find the jumbo Mikey, then I will have his weapon. Interesting, but I'm still happy. I know that I have to pack these away in boxes, because in my glass cabinets over back there, they don't really like fit, so because they are too tall. So yeah, I have to pack them away, but still pretty excited that I got them. Now I have here one more Leo. This is from the Michael Bay movie version. He's all geared up for a motorcycle or something like that. Although he's missing some parts. He's missing his katana holder thingy from the back, and also I think his bandana is missing from here, but otherwise it's not a bad figure. It's just not one of my favorite things. And last but not least, for the TMNT stuff, here is a little Raphael keychain. I'm not sure what company made these, but it does light up and makes a sound too. I have no idea what that sound was supposed to be, but it's weird. I do have Leo, by the way, a Leo from this keychain collection as well, so you know, I just had to grab this one. So yeah, those are all the TMNT stuff. I know that it was a lot of them, but I just wanted to show it to you guys. Now moving on to some other figurines. I have here a pretty awesome piece from the Street Sharks figurine series. You know, recently I started kind of collecting these, although they seem to be pretty rare. This is one of the, I'm not sure what's it called, it's one of those robot big playset shark things, and it's in pretty decent condition with the exception that it's missing one of the hands, I guess I could call it that. It was supposed to be like a big claw on this part, so it's missing that, but the important thing is that I got this for like $1, so even though it's missing that part, it's just, I think it's pretty nice catch. It has these blades over here, and there's also this one, it just comes out like that, and of course he can move his mouth as well, like that, with a button or a lever thingy over here in the back, so it's a pretty nice piece. It has seen better days, because I can see a bunch of scratch marks on it, so the original owner probably played a lot with this piece, but it's still pretty cool, so I'm happy to add it to my slowly growing collection. I got a Mighty Max. I think these are either the horror heads or the Doom Zones, I'm not sure which one. And this is the dragon head, as you can see. Of course you can open it up, and it's a really nice playset inside. Unfortunately, as per usual, the little mini figurines are missing from it, so that's a bummer, but I'm still happy to have the actual like little compact playset, because I still love these. I think they are just really fun and really cool little collectibles, and it was cheap too. Usually these, even though if they are missing the minifigures, they usually go for a lot more than what we've paid for it, so I'm pretty happy with it. More cool collectible items. I have this, and I swear that I won't start collecting the Biker Mice from Mars vintage figurine series, but when I saw this figurine, I just thought that, oh my gosh, it's so cool. And it's one of the baddies from this series, and I think it's something like Evil Eye Weevil, that's his name. He was supposed to be like a skeleton or bone guy. He's all about rock, and I do know that he is missing his guitar, electric guitar. I will have to double check at the place from where I got him. I didn't know he was supposed to have a guitar, of course, only when I came home and checked. Maybe I will be able to find his guitar, and he has such a cool mechanic, because if he has a button in the back, and if you push it, he just like goes loose like this. So it kind of reminds me of, in a way, Jacques Lalin from the Beetlejuice cartoon series, you know, when he fell apart. So that was kind of how this figure was supposed to, I guess, work too, because he just falls apart and becomes all flimsy. So yeah, really cool little gimmick. I don't know, I may eventually grab more Biker Mice for Mars figurines if I find more. Although in the past I did pass on like a lot of them. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. They are not my favorite, but again, I really liked how this figure looked, so I just thought that it was cool. Moving on, and I try to not talk a lot about about these stuffs, guys. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Finally, and this is also from Sweden, I have a Ghost Rider in my collection. I do know that he was supposed to be like a Marvel character, and I don't know a lot about him, but I did see the movies, you know, with Nicolas Cage, and I really like the movies, and I'm a fan of the movies. Not sure how, you know, well made are the movies or how accurate they are. Someone who is a Marvel fan can probably tell me more. But I always wanted, you know, to just have one figure of the Ghost Rider in my collection, because it's still such a cool idea in my opinion, and such a cool character. And now I finally have one that looks pretty decent as well. Until now, all of the ones that I saw online and were like decent and good looking were just really expensive, so I passed on them. But this one from like second hand, it's just really nice. The figure, I think he can be removed, although I am not sure about that. So he's kind of like stuck to his motorcycle and just stuck in this position, but I don't mind. I still think that I will be able to just make a really cool photo of him eventually. But yeah, this was made by Hasbro in 2006, looks like it, so it's a pretty old piece. Almost 20 years old, but still really cool and nice looking, and happy to have a Ghost Rider finally in my collection. Now I found this little figurine, which is at first, since it felt all vinyl-y, I thought that it was some kind of Funko merch or Funko product. But turns out that it isn't, but I honestly think it would fit in like really well with the Funko Pops or Funko collection that I have. I don't know what the name of this character is. I think he is from, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he is from the League of Legends, which I'm not really familiar with it. I just searched online and saw that he is from that. I think he looks kind of like a ghost or a spirit. Again, I don't know anything about it, so sorry if any of you out there are fans and know more about this. It's a pretty nice collectible item from what I know of this. I think it was like kind of in a limited number as well, and it's missing obviously the what's it called, the stand, so he can't really stand on his own because he has a huge head. But I just think it's such a fun little figurine. Looks good. I like it how it looks. Not sure, maybe eventually I will think about, I don't know if I will keep it or sell it, but for now I'm keeping it, and I'll see if it grows on me, or if it's going to be eventually like a pass for me. Now a few more things before I end this video. I have here two for my growing dinosaur figurine collection. The first one is a Spinosaurus or Spinosaurus. This is from Schleich, if I'm correct. Yes, from 2011. Now I do have another Spinosaurus from Schleich also. That one is a bigger one, but on that one, and it's a darker brown one, but on that one the mouth of the dinosaur does not move. On this one it does, so it's pretty cool. And the other one is also from Schleich, and I don't know what kind of dinosaur it is. I do know I checked online, but I completely forgot already. It's I think it starts with a D letter, but I'm not sure. Again, the mouth on this one also moves, so it's a pretty cool one. And I don't really have I have a similar dinosaur from, you know, from Chapmay, but that's just, you know, whole completely different story. So yeah, but I'm really happy with these two dinos. And last but not least, some mythological creatures, I guess I could call them that. So first one is a Cerberus, you know, the three-headed dog, and this is the piece. I did not know anything about this piece when I grabbed it from the flea market. It was cheap too, like $2. Because even though I checked the writing and whatnot, it's over here on the tail, I couldn't read it because it's kind of faded. So I had to use the Google Lens search to find out more about this, and it turns out it's from a old series from, I think it's from '95, from the Hercules TV series, TV show that was on back then, and I do kind of faintly remember watching it when I was still a kid, but I don't really remember. I remember how Hercules looked, of course, but that's about it. So I don't remember. I do know that I liked the show. It was fun for me back then. So even back then I liked like mythological creatures and whatnot. So yeah, I was pretty surprised that it's such a old figure, and it seems to be something rare over here too, because I have never seen like Hercules like merchandise over here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, and it's a little bit on the cartoony side, honestly, the figurine, but it still looks good, and it's in pretty nice condition as well too, so I'm happy with it. I also have this dragon, and speaking of, you know, I just talked about Chapmay, this is a Chapmay dragon, but as you can see, it's a pretty huge and beautiful piece, great condition. You can move the wings, as you can see. And I don't know, Chapmay just has so many lines, so I have no idea what this line is from. I mean, this dragon from what line is from, but really cool thing about this, it makes a sound and the mouth lights up if you push the head upwards, or the top part of the head. Pretty awesome in my opinion. I just have no idea where I'm going to put it because it's huge and I don't really have free space for a huge figure like this, so I might have to pack the poor thing away, but still really happy with it because it looks cool. And last but not least, these two guys. So one of them is again from Chapmay, yes. This is a like a warrior rhino, although the sword is, or whatever weapon he was holding, the top part is just broken off, which is such a shame, so I have to replace that somehow, or put something or glue something over there. The paint has kind of also chipped off from the front of it, but it's easily fixable whenever I have time for it. And the other one is a some kind of weird creature that is, it kind of looks like a, I'm guessing it's a orc, or a goblin, or orc, or I don't know, like a ogre or something like that. And this is from Blue Box, or BBI, or Blue Box, and as you can see, he's all ready for battle, and he's in this like charging position. He has his shield and missing the weapon from this hand, unfortunately, so that's something to be expected. It's weird because one of his eyes is painted like really nicely, and the other one is not painted at all. So maybe it's because I don't know, it was supposed to represent like he's missing one of his eyes, I don't know, or it's my figure is just like a defect and they forgot to paint that, I don't know. Otherwise the paint job on this is really nice. I really like it how it looks. So cool figure. I just have to figure something out and put a weapon on in his hand which fits over there. It's always the weapons, guys. It's always the weapons. Even with TMNT and all of the other like fighting figurines, I keep trying to find weapons for them as a replacement. I'm not going to even like try to find the original weapons because it's a lost cause. And it's still really hard because always the weapons are just the stuff that goes missing, and if you are like a collector like me, you know how that goes. So wish they would sell like stuff, like just accessory stuff separately in like stores or whatnot, so that I could grab some weapons for them and, you know, make them look a little bit more decent and more complete. But yeah, so that's about it for this video. I know there was a lot of stuff, a lot of blabbering, a lot of figurines, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more flea market hauls like this, or other kind of toy and doll reviews. And you won't be able to comment on this video because of YouTube policies, and I have to turn off the comments, but if you want to say something, anything about this stuff, then head over to my Facebook page. The link will appear down below somewhere over here. You can like my page over there, and you know, comment on whatever you want about these figurines, what do you think of them, and just overall you can like my Facebook page if you haven't done that yet, because you will be able to get notifications whenever I upload something new, or I show you guys sneak peeks of what's coming to my channel eventually. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time in a new flea market haul video, or you know, whatever, like a review or something. So have a nice day, everyone.